going to try to see how well I can make it through this without any tears, but I've already done it a couple times tonight and I know what's going to happen. But I want to start out by talking a little bit about the past year. Now, reflecting upon the past year, the leadership that has come together. We've talked a lot over the last couple of days about team leadership or leadership, and I really want to emphasize the team player aspect, because as I was writing my last article for the Students' View and getting into throwing a little bit of sports in there and something that people might find interesting versus what I typically write, which is more factual. Getting into the team spirit, to me, one of the things that is very important is recognizing people who come together and get work done. And I have to say that over the past year, I've seen a great deal of teamwork from the students, from the staff, from the cabinet, the governing council, the platform committee, but also extending all the way out to the faculty members and the office of the chancellor and the college presidents and everybody else that we really truly work with. This year was an amazing year for higher education, and I'm glad that MSCSA was an important part of that. But together as a team, we were able to have the success that we truly have. And yes, we are moving forward into a year that's probably going to be a very challenging year to get through. But if you remember that playing as a team really is going to make a huge difference also. And the planning and the preparation that you put into it early on to get ready to get out there and get the work done. And the more you collaborate and collectively work together, the stronger you're going to get and the farther you're going to get. And I would encourage everybody here, whether you are incoming, outgoing, going to be alumni members, other guests, or members of the other constituent groups, to really truly carry on that teamwork tradition and really continue to make Minnesota State Colleges and Universities the best that it can be. Sarah talked a little bit earlier about her daughter and how important the work that we do at Minnesota State Colleges are going to be to Emma in a few years. Well, to me, I've got that same passion, that same drive behind it. There's a couple of reasons why I've been involved with MSCSA. I'm going to talk a little bit about me first, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about the cabinet members I've worked with and how they've contributed to what I'm going to say. But I know I talked a little bit about this at the Spring General Assembly too, but a lot of the reason I got into it was it's something that's always been a dream of mine. I never truly realized when I first got started really what it was going to mean, how much work there was going to be, the early mornings, late nights, sometimes no nights, and just so that you guys know, your work, well, Jacob, you already know because you're coming back next year, but your guys' work isn't done. There's 2 weeks worth of work left. And if there's any quacking going on, it's the mother duckling keeping her ducklings in line. But on a more serious note, I never really realized how much work really was involved in it. And there is a lot of work in it. But it has been the most rewarding work that I've ever done in my life. And I believe I said this at Spring General Assembly, but if I didn't, there is only one other moment that I can remember in my life that made me just as proud. And I want to talk a little bit about that quickly and then get back on track with the other area. And that was 12 years ago today. My son was born. And for anybody who is a parent or who has been close to a parent, and really truly understands what it means when that little baby is there and you're holding him after you've waited for 9 months to have him in your arms. It's truly an amazing experience. And that is the only thing that I can really truly compare to is the joy that Lisa and I shared the day that JR was born. And that's part of the reason why I wanted him here tonight, was because today is his birthday and I want to spend some time with him. But this links the two biggest memories of my life together. His birthday and my farewell speech to the association. And because of that, I want to take a moment and I just want to personally recognize JR for the work that he's done. Not the work that he's done, but let me take that back. For what he's allowed me to do. He has personally sacrificed a lot of time, Prior to getting involved with MSCSA, I was very active in sports, I was very active in education, I was a very active and proud parent. Since I got involved with MSCSA, I haven't had as much time at home. I have missed ball games, I have missed school concerts, I have not missed homework because we've had many nights where we have spent hours on the telephone doing the homework, so I didn't get out of that part of it. And neither did he. But he realized, and he's told me several times, that it's important to him, the work that I do, just like Sarah was saying. It's very important work. And to me, that means a lot to me because of the fact that I know that I'm not only making a difference for today's students and everybody here in this room, but for where they're going to be. And the work that we all do really is something that's going to move forward. And so, JR, I do have a special little gift that I'd like to give to you. You know how far that gets you. It's here somewhere. JR, this is something that I went a little bit further, but this one I'm going to pay for out of my pocket instead of the association, but with the permission of the association, or the cabinet, which I got, the Minnesota State College Student Association would like to recognize you with appreciation as another proud supporter of the Minnesota State College Student Association. And ladies and gentlemen, this young man has already told me that someday he wants to be right here where I am right now. But typically he does like to give me a microphone, and he can talk more than I can. He can.